What's going on, guys? I am the Wrestling King coming at you with the ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view collection video. So this is going to be going from 2005 up until 2008. And the reason I'm doing this is because Extreme Rules is the next pay-per-view. I think it's either... No, I think it is. It's like very beginning of October. So I figured, why not review the ECW One Night Stand DVDs? There's 4 pay-per-views here. And then since those segue into Extreme Rules, then I will review all of the Extreme Rules DVDs in a separate video going from 2009 up until 2021. But for now, we're going to be looking at One Night Stand, and the first one taking place in 2005. So I really like the artwork on this. It's very simple, but you just have the ECW logo with barbed wire all around it, then a red One Night Stand and the date there with thumbtacks for the decimal points. So yeah, I really like that artwork. It's simple, but it gets the point across. And there's your spine there. This is part of the 2005 pay-per-view set. So on the back here, you have a nice shot of the ECW originals here, and big ECW sign looks spray painted. Kendo sticks held by Tommy Dreamer. You got Rhino over here, Devon Dudley, Bubba Ray, Paul Heyman in the background there, so that's very cool. And then up here, they put a featuring, so you get Paul Heyman, the return of RVD with Bill Alfonso, Taz, Spike Dudley, Al Snow with Head, Dawn Marie, Sabu, Balls Mahoney, Danny Dorian and Roadkill, C.W. Anderson, Rhino. Yeah, I won't read through the rest of those, but you get the point. And then over here you have your matches. Lance Storm versus Chris Jericho. An Extreme Luchador action. You have Rey Mysterio versus Psychosis. And then a 3-way dance. The Insane Luchador Super Crazy versus Tajiri with Sinister Minister versus Lil Guido. Then you have Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit. And Tommy Dreamer and Sandman versus Bubba and Devon Dudley. And then opening this up, you have some nice disc art, kind of a brown background, and then your thumbtacks in there with barbed wire. And you just get this little pay-per-view schedule, I want to call it that, because it's not really an insert, it's just showing you the upcoming pay-per-views, so that's cool. So yeah, this was the first time they had done an ECW pay-per-view through WWE, I believe. So yeah, so that was a pretty good success. So then they would go on to 2006, and as you see, you got RVD and John Cena on the cover here with a black background, a nice red ECW logo. I really enjoyed this cover as well. And the WWE title, so that's very big here at this show. I believe this is where RVD won the WWE title. And there's your spine. So then there's a match listing on the back. I'll run through it quick. FBI versus Tajiri and Super Crazy. Taz versus Jerry the King Lawler. Balls Mahoney versus Masato Tanaka. Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton. So this was around, 2006. So this was after WrestleMania. So Kurt Angle and Orton feuding here. The Mixed Extreme Tag Team match. Tommy Dreamer and Terry Funk and Beulah versus Mick Foley, Edge, and Lita. And then your World Heavyweight title match, Rey Mysterio versus Sabu. And your main event, the WWE title match, John Cena versus RVD. And a cool thing about this DVD is you get the One Night Stand pay-per-view and, your insert over here. But then also, you get the first ECW pay-per-view, Barely Legal, as just an extra, which is awesome, really. I mean, that's cool that they did that. I can run through this match listing here, too. I think they put the matches here. So yeah, it's a very nice insert too. So you're getting 2 DVDs for one here. So I think that was really cool. So you have the ECW tag titles, Dudley's versus the Eliminators, Lance Storm versus RVD, an international 6-man tag match, Great Sasuke, Gran Hamada, Masato Yakushi versus Terry Boy, Dick Togo, and Taka Michinoku. And then Stevie Richards backstage promo. You got the ECW World Television title match. Shane Douglas with Francine versus Pitbull, number 2. And then some more post-match interviews, surprises, a Raven promo. There you go. ECW grudge match, Taz with Bill Alfonso versus Sabu. You have Joey Styles introducing Tommy Dreamer. And then a three-way dance, Stevie Richards versus Sandman versus Terry Funk. And that would eventually lead into ECW World Title match, Raven versus Terry Funk. And that is, of course, where Terry Funk would win the ECW title. And, yeah, awesome moment. So, like I said, I think that's really awesome. They put the first ECW pay-per-view here. So, a very cool set there for 2006. Definitely one to pick up. Then you move on to 2007, and now they're just going with One Night Stand because they'll have Raw, SmackDown, and ECW. This is when ECW was just, full third brand, and they have the tagline here as well, Extreme Rules. So you got Bobby Lashley sweating all up on you on this cover. Very similar to the Hell in a Cell 2021 cover. They kind of redid this one with that, so yeah. And there's your spine. Pretty simple, but it's alright. You got Great Khali screaming at you. Mr. McMahon with his bandana there. Edge. And then this took place Sunday, June 3rd, 2007. For one night, the rules do not apply as WWE Superstars experience One Night Stand. So going through our matches here, we have a street fight for the ECW World Title, Mr. McMahon versus Bobby Lashley. A steel cage match for the World Heavyweight Championship, Edge versus Batista. A stretcher match, Rob Van Dam versus Randy Orton. A six-man tables match, CM Punk, Tommy Dreamer, and Sandman versus Elijah Burke, Marcus Corvan, and Matt Stryker. Your pudding match, okay, I thought I was reading that wrong, but no, Melina versus Candice Michelle. A lumberjack match, Kane versus Mark Henry. The World Tag Team title ladder match, the Hardys versus the world's greatest tag team. And then a Falls Count Anywhere match for the WWE Championship, John Cena versus everyone's favorite, the Great Khali. So, yeah, 2007's kind of a, kind of an odd year when I've gone back and watched some of it. I do really enjoy WrestleMania 23, though. I think it has a lot of high spots, but there's your discard. You got Bobby Lashley with one eye staring at you still. He'll never stop. Never stop. Then we move on to the final One Night Stand event before it would turn into Extreme Rules. So, One Night Stand Extreme Rules 2008. You got Triple H and Orton there because they were, fighting for the WWE title here. And then you have Edge and Taker, who had a great feud during 2008 for the world title. And there's your spine there. I like the Extreme Rules logo. It really stands out on here. So then moving on to the back. It's the one night of the year when Extreme Rules apply. And there you go. You got all your different match types. Last Man Standing, First Blood, TLC, I Quit, Falls Count Anywhere, stretcher matches. So, yeah, I guess that's kind of cool. And it's kind of like they put barbed wire, it almost looks like, along the side of this. So, I do like the artwork of these DVDs pretty well. So you have a Falls Count Anywhere match, Jeff Hardy versus Umaga. The Singapore Cane match, winner gets ECW championship match at Night of Champions. Big Show, CM Punk, Tommy Dreamer, John Morrison, and Chavo Guerrero. First Blood match, John Cena versus JBL. An I Quit match, Melina versus Beth Phoenix. A stretcher match, Shawn Michaels versus Batista. A Last Man Standing match for the WWE title, Triple H versus Randy Orton. And a TLC match for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. If Undertaker loses, he leaves the WWE. Undertaker versus Edge with the really fun and memorable finish of Taker going through just a brigade of tables off the ladder, and Edge would win there. And there's your insert. I could have read the matches off there, but, I guess for special features you do get some 4 historical Undertaker moments, they say. So Survivor Series 1990, his debut. King of the Ring 98, Mankind and him, Hell in a Cell. Royal Rumble 2007, obviously his Rumble win, and his win at WrestleMania 23 versus Batista. And there's your disc art. So that does it for the ECW One Night Stand or One Night Stand Extreme Rules DVD collection. Only 4 of these to go through, So I figured, why not make this video before I do the Extreme Rules. So I'll be getting this video out shortly after I record it, and I will make the Extreme Rules video, within the next day or two, and get that out to you guys as soon as possible. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll catch you in the next one.